globetrotting with an old friend.
You ever wonder, with different choices, how we might have ended up?
Come on! That's right, Nathan Drake is back. This is Uncharted, the Legacy of Thieves collection. We're jumping all the way back to 2016 with the release of Uncharted 4, Thieves. And then a year later, we get Nadine and Chloe coming out with their own DLC, Lost Legacy. That's right, 2017 was a year later when we saw that latest DLC drop. It was a longer expansion than I expected back then, and it is still to this day. It's fantastic to see this transition move over into the world of PS5 with all the, the things we expect from the world of PlayStation. DualSense, the haptic triggers they take into effect here as well. That has a prominence within this game. The ability to go from last gen into next gen kind of raises the question of what's in the future for Uncharted. However, going back down memory lane, it was a blast to return to a 2016 title that I haven't touched in a long time. Side note, no multiplayer. That's kind of disappointing, I'll be honest. But playing the single player campaigns of both Uncharted 4 and then the DLC with Lost Legacy was fantastic. It looks beautiful. It runs silky smooth. I did have a bit of a hiccup hooking up on your actual companions, working with Sam, trying to get around Sam sometimes. He felt like he was a bigger block than what he actually is within the game, which was kind of weird. I was trying to maneuver around him. I couldn't really get around him at sometimes, trying to solve puzzles, just traverse the world. Overall, though, if you played Uncharted, this is Uncharted again, just on PlayStation 5. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Like I said, it was 2016 when I played. Definitely been a long time. So now that I'm back, it feels great to be back. It put a smile on my face, something I wasn't anticipating all that much. I'm a huge Uncharted fan, but it's been years since I've been able to play it. And now that we're in the next gen, how well does that transition over? And it's fantastic to see there. We all know the story. If you know the story of Uncharted 4 and Lost Legacy, nothing's changed. That's the biggest thing, right? You're getting a remaster for the next gen. But if this is a new experience for you and you haven't been able to play Uncharted yet, this is a great starting point for you to get into this franchise. Yeah, you're going to miss a couple things not playing 1, 2, and 3. They do have throwbacks to those. So, for those who have been around in this franchise for so long, you're going to pick up on all these things. But if you've never played before, this is a great starting point. And I think it's a bright future for the world of Uncharted. It's great to see Nolan and Troy Baker back at each other again, having this brotherly connection. Even within somewhat of a real life scenario, though they aren't brothers by nature, but they just been such close friends, you get that sense and that feel back and forth within the dialogue of the game, and the way they banter with each other is fantastic. Again, if you haven't played this is a fantastic start. These characters are so full of life. We globetrot all over the place. It's fantastic. Sully's there too, which is awesome to see. So many highlights in the world of Uncharted, but it comes down to really two major points I struggled with. No multiplayer, which is too bad, because that would have kept the game going a lot longer. Once you've played these and you've kind of finished out the story, that's kind of it, you're done. Now, these aren't short games either. It didn't really take me too long to get through either of them. However, they are longer than what they have been in the past. So that's nice to see that there is some longevity in here, but the lack of multiplayer, bringing that forth, was unfortunate. It was kind of a missed thing that we could have been having some sort of shooter that would have kept us alive in the world of Uncharted on PlayStation 5, because there's just, at this moment, really nothing out there.
There is just a small matter of a few hundred eyewitnesses down there.
Okay, but we just need a diversion.
It's fair to say that PlayStation brings back one of the all-time favorites within the PlayStation exclusive library with Uncharted 4, A Thief's End, and Uncharted Lost Legacy. Packaging this into one compilation of a collection has been a fantastic trip down memory lane. And again, if you haven't played it, now is your time. Couple little things, nothing too major really set back. Just hook up on your companions, and the lack of multiplayer was just a little unfortunate. Maybe an oversight at the grand scheme of things. However, single-player campaign is one of the best around, and the adventures and set pieces, the cinematics, the story, there's so much to explore in here. Had a blast, and definitely great to be back with more Uncharted. For me, gonna wrap this up with a 9. The return of an old friend on the PlayStation 5 was a welcome journey. New gameplay mechanics thanks to the DualSense controller is great. Uncharted will stand the test of time. However, hookups with your AI companions and no multiplayer will have your playthrough come to an end. But damn, it's a good way to end this incredible journey.
Libertalia.
The long-lost legendary pirate utopia.
The biggest pirate treasure of all time is within our grasp.
Take the wheel! What? Be out of your mind!
Probably! Oh, crap, crap, crap!